Guys, I'm really excited for this one. It's like a time machine or something. 2 spinners, same day, made by Cami Lewis. One from a dear friend, one from the secondary market. Let's get into it. Got the Bob the Box Cutter from Focusworks with the Geno fungi bead. This is awesome. Saw it at Blade Show, had to buy it right away. Like, I almost bought them on their drops a while back. I really wanted to try one of these in hand, and I knew I would see Jordy there. Like, look at this. All right, like, it's a spring action bolt mechanism, yeah. But how you change the blade? You hold it up in this like mid position, click, pulls out. There's a magnet and a notch and clearances in the top to allow for this to happen. So toolless blade change, you don't have to take anything apart. My dumbass, there we go, struggles with that bit sometimes, but I mean, it's so good. And this little guy, look at that, patinaing very nicely. All right, sidetracked. So this one is the Fuse by Spin Designs by Cami. This was the second one. I have a top that Cami made. That's how me and Cami met, is through top making. And when I was, I guess, growing my top business, wow, this is awesome packaging, Ricardo, if you end up watching this. I didn't really pay attention to anybody doing spinners or, I mean, really anything. Man, this is awesome. I can't get anything out. Oh, and she wrote it in green? What's happening here? Guys, I feel like a retard. All right, we're just gonna... This is the coolest little, like, bubble wrap. Look at this. I've never seen this before. So many layers. All right. Number 16, SS body, SS button, machine finish, FCHC3. Those are cool bearings. 65. Yeah, 2020. Like, during 2020, I don't know. I was just like, I had my head down and I was making tops. I wasn't into anything fidget related. I missed that, like, the first waves of the fidget world. So I messed with George's Flux, the first spinner, and was blown away. And like, the design of it, from being made by a very talented machinist, even this case, like, are you kidding me, Cami? Like, dude, look at this. The quality of this 3D print too is like, it's awesome. It says Fuse on it. Is this supposed to be a Fuse too? Of course it is. Man, all right. So once I saw the Flux, I went way down the rabbit hole on Cami's page until I started seeing reactions and comments from myself, which was 2018. So I missed the whole Flux wave and Fuse. This thing is... it's just so good. I'm like, Cami, I have chills. Can you, is that what you're seeing? I got chills. Of course, it's perfectly balanced. The buttons are probably... I mean, these are like the best buttons I've ever felt. This machine, like 3D pattern, like what, meat tenderizer, right? And the dish. On the Flux too. I was just telling George and my wife this, I think it was last night actually. The Flux buttons are the only buttons of any spinner I've ever handled that I don't want to change. So take that as you will. They're incredible. These, I'm never changing either. Why would I make any buttons for this? Cami, the only time I would change these is if you made these in Zirc. Just straight up zirconium. Oh, let me take these off and look under here. What does it say? Oh, Spin Designs by Cami. That's so cool. Number 16. Man, I love it. This is so good. This is so good, and it's just stainless steel. I don't even, it doesn't have to be any like fancy metals or anything. All the weight is out there on the ends. Can you hear that? Just, it's slapping my fingers. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Does it fit in any slips that I have? I actually don't think it does. And I left the one slip that I would have tested it in the house. Oh well. Oh, man. What about this one? Gotta try. Nah, it's a little too big. Of course it is. It was made for this little thing. All of these are, yeah, it's just, I don't have any slips out here to try. Oh well. I mean, this is the slip I left, or the fidget I left inside with that slip is my stainless torque bar too, which I feel like would be a good comparison, but the Thinema thing does have some hot spots. Like, I've been using it. There's no way many people have used it as much as I have, like, but I've gotten pretty sore. You can even see the indent that's left in my finger right there. I mean, I'm sorry, but it gets sore with how I like to hold it, apply pressure, and get maximum speed. Like, I'm just trying to show on my finger here. Yeah, you can see the indent. It just gets a little uncomfortable. That's okay. It's fine. Like, I still love it. But this guy. I can apply so much force and it doesn't matter. Onto the Flux. It's incredible. I'm gonna have to freaking find it in copper and what'd you do, brass too? All right, and this came from my group admin Kevin Luong, and we've become good friends over the years. We've had some great talks and done each other favors both ways countless times. He was gonna come down here and stay with us this week whenever I just mentioned George being here. I love the tape on the inside. And Kevin was gonna come down, but it just didn't work out where he could make it. So Kevin, I'm bummed you weren't able to make it. So I posted a want to buy ISO for both of these. Both of these guys reached out, and Kevin, he wouldn't let me pay. I'm not gonna argue because yeah, it's just not polite. I understand. I've done the same to him. He just asked if I'd pay shipping, and I mean, of course, just shipping is totally fine. Got this box cutter here. Why am I not using it? I guess because I'm afraid of scratching fidgets. If I can brute force it open with my soft fingers, I will. Sorry about this bead hanging around. It's kind of heavy with the copper, but I wanted a patina metal. But at the same time, he also had a little titanium cap mushroom that was a anodized green. It was a different green than this, but man, it was a close second to the patina copper. So I've been playing with George's all week. George's is copper and blue tongue. It's all copper with blue tongue weights. Only one of those in existence. Fun fact. So, I mean, this is awesome. So balanced. So that's what I was saying. This button, I would never dare change this. The ridges are so comfortable and grippy. It dips down in the middle a little more. It's great. It's very comfortable. So this spinner, the Flux, Cami's big brain, created this thing, and I guess that's a good time to bring in these guys. Maybe without these screws. I was messing around figuring out what threads they were. So this is the body of the Flux spinner. You can see it's that's where the bearing goes on the inside. The buttons enclose it, and then the weights screw on. Just like that. Oh, interesting. It's a little different than George's. It's a little half and half. George's has a 1/4 inch by 1/2 inch long shaft. So it's cool to see these like running design changes. I like it. Let me look through here too. About the different bearing bores. Okay, so this one's got a through bore. And you can see there's no lip. This one does have a lip. So this one's, it's open on this side. You can see the whole bearing race. This side, you cannot see the whole bearing race. So yeah, this is an older one. I like that. Cami made this one. It's more special to me that way. Cheesy like that. Oh man, these button designs. Yep, they're perfect. Don't need to change them. They're so comfortable. So grippy. They fit it perfect. You can roll it. So she also made ball weights, just spheres, before the Catla, mind you. I think Cami was first on the balls. Keep my mouth shut there. Imply what you will. So Cami's making some more tungsten balls, at least a pair for me and her. I sent her 6 inches of a little over 3/4 inch tungsten. I got the bearing dirty when I opened it up, dang it. Why does that always happen? You guys, that guys happen to y'all too? Y'all are just gonna have to hang on. I'm gonna rinse this with alcohol and blow dry, all on camera, one take. So please hold. Need a button. Not yet. I hear it clicking whenever it's spinning. All I'm doing off camera there is I've got a sprayer with alcohol and I'm spraying a stream into the bearing, making it spin. Turn the hairdryer on from underneath. I put a button on top and I spin it with hot air blowing through it. Flip it one time. And I'm using 99% alcohol, so as you just heard, it evaporates very quickly and seems to get pretty clean. Good as new. So you're just not supposed to do that on bearings that have a nylon cage around the balls. The cage is not the round parts. It's the part that looks, it spaces the balls out. I hope that makes sense. So if it's nylon, you'll know if you're buying the bearings. You can see if it's either like a plastic looking thing or if it's PEEK or if it's metal. Yeah. So I was talking about tungsten balls. Cami's gonna make me and her a set, and yeah, I'm really, really excited about those. And then on top of that, Jamie Acker, homie that's LIC, is it LIC or LIC? I don't know. I'm gonna say LIC EDC because everything's like a 3-letter acronym, right? He's the one that made this version 1 prototype triangle spinner. The version 2's out now, but he sent me a message with my, after I posted that want to buy and search of post, and he said he had some of the stainless steel balls that he just wanted to send them to me. Like, just, here you go, man. Like, he said they've just been sitting collecting dust ever since he got tungsten balls. So I mean, just all these synchronicities and things lining up have just been, they've been something else this week. It's I don't know. Cami, you know what I'm talking about. George, you know what I'm talking about. it's just been something else this week. My friend Brian, I know you're not watching this. You too. So I don't know. Something's happening in the world. It's pretty crazy. Lots of things are just happening, moving in a positive direction, it feels like. Anyways, back to the spinner. You guys see this thing? Look at this thing. Like, it is just beautiful. Such an organic design. You can tell it's very lathe inspired. You know, it's a lot of turned bits, and it's modifiable with lathe made parts. It's all cylindrical and thread based. It's just, man, it's awesome. I cannot wait to get some spheres on the weights. I don't care if they're stainless or if they're tungsten, but I'm gonna have to. These are awesome too. I haven't had a titanium spinner. I didn't even say this one's stainless steel with titanium weights, right? I can't remember if I said. This is the only titanium spinner I've had in a really long time. This one's definitely heavier with the stainless body and has more. Yeah, it has more inertia for sure, more slap whenever it stops. Hits my finger. Whenever I say slap, that's usually what I'm talking about. It's how it feels when it hammers on my fingers and comes to an abrupt stop. This thing slaps, even though it's just titanium. It's a very fast bearing. These FZ HC3s, I was able to get a few from Taidin. I don't know how to say his name. It's one. I don't know. I'm sorry. He was able to send me a couple HC3s and HC4s, and then I was able to find some that were claimed to have the same specs as HC3s and 4s, and they were pretty similar. If I didn't know I was buying them from different places, I probably would have just assumed it was slightly different tolerances within the same batch or something. So these are older bearings. What was it, like Bearing Essentials or FZ Essentials or something? They were really high quality stuff back in spinner days. Like, they were very popular. A lot of them sold, and I wish they were still sold, because for hybrid ceramics, the HC3 and HC4 are the best I've found, and I've got just reorganized all my bearings and stuff in here. I only have a couple that I've taken out of old spinners that were frankly abused, and yeah, I'm glad to have some freshies, because I assume this is also, yeah, I think it is. Let's compare them together. Oh no, this is a shielded bearing. I didn't even pay attention whenever I was taking it off. This thing sounds awesome for a shielded bearing. I wonder if Ricardo changed it. Well, yeah, he must have, because it's not a HC3. I guess it is on the quieter side after spinning this. But gosh, it's still so fast. As far as like performance of a spinner, that's something. Holy moly. Cami! What's happening here? There we go. Is that a wrap? I think that might be a wrap. It's a pretty long unboxing. And this is a good fidget spinner, not just one that spins for a long time. It's very fun to start and stop. The diameter of the spinner itself is excellent. It's not hot spotty either. Like, it's round, so it's plenty comfortable. If I keep my finger on this right edge here, I can see how it might get a little uncomfortable, but I don't really have good grip there. I have better grip whenever I roll just to the inside, get the meat of my finger over the barrel. Whew. All right. I guess thanks for watching. See ya.